the Carl Chevrolet Studios in West Des Moines. Welcome to Iowa Live. I am Lou, and time to visit with our friends from Patriot Home Services of Iowa. Rafe Clemens is here. Don Burkhart is here. They are the owners of Patriot Home Services of Iowa, and for a lot of months now, we've been talking about the fact that you do quality work. If you need anything done to your home or your business, these are the guys to call. But at the same time, you give back to the community. Tell everybody what percentage you give back to from all your jobs.
Yeah, so on every single job that we do, we give back 5% to a nonprofit. We got a list of 5, and our customers get to choose which one their money goes towards. Oh, I didn't know that,
so they get to pick.
They do, they sure do, yep. They get to pick, and that way together we can do good in the world and give back to our community.
Yeah, why is that so important to your organization?
Well, from day one, we've always been community-based. And what better way to give back to the community and engage with the customer and giving back to the community than being able to give that 5% back? We have five nonprofits that do really good work in the area, and they need help too.
Right. All right. Now let's talk about these nonprofits and the 5 organizations that you give back to. Again, 5% of all jobs go to these organizations, and the customer gets to pick. What's the first one that we're going to talk about?
So the first one is Worth It Suicide Outreach. What that is Daniel, she goes around and she travels the country doing a suicide outreach. She goes to schools, she goes to community centers, she goes to colleges, and really gets in with the community on helping with mental illness when it comes to the suicide aspect. And that's been a really great nonprofit.
And that's so important, and thankfully we're talking more and more openly about this, and this is really something that needs to be addressed, and you saw a need there, and you decided to help that need.
Yep, and she's been very, very thankful for everything the customers have done for her. And she gives out like a couple t-shirts and stuff, so when customer donates to her,
oh really?
They get something in return from her.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's another, you're doing something good for the community, and you're getting a thank you from the organization that you have there. Another organization that you guys are doing a lot of work with too is one that's very special to a lot of people.
Yes, so we got the Food Bank of Iowa that we donate pretty heavily to. Food Bank of Iowa, as we all know, it really does a great job of keeping local food banks stocked with foods that aren't going to go bad, and feeding bellies of people that really need it in our community.
A lot more people utilize the Food Bank of Iowa than people realize.
Yeah, they really do.
Especially now with everything we've gone through in the past couple of years too, more and more people are having to utilize our services.
Oh, it makes a huge difference in our community, that's for darn sure.
Okay. Now, another one we're going to talk about, you might not have heard about it yet. Talk about the next one here is what's called Pink Tractor. What is that?
So the Pink Tractor Foundation, they do a lot of breast cancer awareness.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Got it.
So they're just south of Des Moines here, St. Mary's area, I mean they really get involved in their communities. They do a bunch of cancer walks. They do carnivals. They donate to all sorts of cancer, not just breast cancer, but they're largely about the awareness of breast cancer.
Yeah, I was wondering where the Pink Tractor came into play, and that makes perfect sense now. As soon as you said that, the light bulb went off.
And they've got a really cool pink tractor. Really cool old pink tractor.
Oh, they really?
Yeah, they have a really cool old pink tractor.
Okay.
Run it through fairs and parades and stuff.
Hopefully we'll see it here around town here in the next couple of months. So that'd be
awesome.
Cool.
Yeah.
Now, something else that you guys have been very involved with.
So the next one we do is Campfire Heart of Iowa. We've talked about them with the iCubs. We do sponsorship with the iCubs with Campfire Heart of Iowa. What Campfire Heart of Iowa is a program that covers all the greater Des Moines area, and they offer, it's kind of like Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts. They offer another form of program which engages kids to get outdoors. They have after-school programs. And then they also have Camp Hanashaw up in Boone.
Oh, that's right.
So they've got a summer camp that's connected right next to Ledges, and so it's a summer camp. They do rock climbing. They have a pool. They've got resident camping, so kids stay the week. They have day camp, all sorts of different activities. And one of the ways that this 5% goes to them is it helps kids who can't afford to go to camp get there. They have a campership program, so this 5% goes to that campership and sends kids to camp who can't afford to.
Yeah, that is awesome. And It is a year to volunteer. Of course, it's always a year to volunteer, but that's an organization.
Yeah, it is. I'll let you take
So-
that. It's good friends of yours.
So Phil and Shar are a couple that they retired, and they're like, what do we want to do? So they decided, let's get an RV, let's travel the country, and we'll take a year and volunteer. And what they ended up doing is starting this nonprofit where they cross the country and they go to state parks, national parks. They're coming to Living History Farms in August, and they're going to be doing a bunch of volunteer work there.
Okay.
And they get 20 plus campers joining them, and they just come in and they just kick butt and
Do volunteer
do
work.
volunteer
Yes,
work.
sir.
That is a great
Building bridges and
organization.
doing
I've
all
never heard of
sorts.
that.
Yeah.
See, that's the beauty of this is we learn about organizations you might not have heard of. But again, 5% of everything you come from your jobs go back to these nonprofits.
Goes back to these nonprofits.
All right, so you need something done to your home. How do they get a hold of you?
So the best way to get a hold of us is to give us a call. You can reach us at 515-795-7180, or you can reach us easily online anytime, patriothomeservicesofiowa.com.
What you guys are doing for the community is awesome. The work you're doing on homes is incredible. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
everything, man.
Appreciate
Thank you,
it.
Ray. Thank you, Donnie.
Thanks for
All right,
having
man.
us.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. This is Iowa Live.